Today we're going to talk about skyscrapers, and why you wouldn't want to do it. It's a very dangerous job. How much worse can it get? Like millions of other workers in the United States during the Great Depression, you're out of a job. Every day you walk through the streets of New York City looking for work. You've been doing this for months, but no matter where you go, the message is always the same: no work. It hasn't always been this hard until last year. You had a job as a builder and enough money to buy food and pay the bills. But then came October 29th, 1929, Black Tuesday. It was a day of panic in the business world. And within hours, companies had lost millions of dollars, unable to pay workers' wages. These companies had to lay off many people. It was the start of the Great Depression, a time of poverty and hardship. You've given up hope. You've heard about a project to build a huge new skyscraper in Manhattan, one of the wealthiest parts of New York City. Stay positive, and maybe you'll find work there. The island of Manhattan is the heart of New York. It's packed with shops, hotels, and offices, and has become so crowded that new buildings have to go up rather than out. It's no wonder that New York is famous for its skyscrapers. By the end of the 1920s, there are 15 towers more than 500 feet high. But while the city is growing, your life has fallen apart. You've been out of work since Black Tuesday, and you're one of about 6,000 unemployed people scrapping together and living on the streets of New York. After selling apples on the street for a few weeks, your luck has changed. You've gotten a job as a wrecker on a demolition site. It's dangerous work, but the pay is good, $1 an hour. The site is at the corner of 15th Avenue and 34th Street, where more than 600 workers are demolishing the Waldorf Astoria Hotel to make room for a new skyscraper. About 15,000 tons of iron and steel are hauled away to be recycled, and thousands of tons of rubble are dumped into sea. With the old hotel out of the way, it's time to dig the foundation pit for the new skyscraper. You join a team of blasters whose job to use explosive to clear away loose soil and rock. The quickest way to clear the loose soil and rock is to blow them up. You operate a bone-shaking drill. It's so loud that it damages your hearing. This could be a problem. If you can't hear the warning whistle, you might get caught in the blast. But you need to work, so you can keep drilling holes for the next ground-splitting explosion. As you blast your way across the site, earth-moving machines follow, moving the rubble away. The skyscraper will be called the Empire State Building, and it must be ready by May 1931. In less than 18 months, the world's tallest building will stand where you are now. On days when there's no blasting in the foundation pit, you work as a groundman, guiding the huge bucket of steam shovel as it clears rubble. Be careful, don't get crushed by falling rocks. All the debris you find what you want: solid bedrock. Now that you've hit rock bottom, it's time to start raising the tower. It's Monday, March 17th, 1930, and the first pieces of the skyscraper's steel skeleton are brought in from Pittsburgh, 388 miles from New York City. The furnaces of America's greatest steel city have been burning around the clock to make the steel beams in time. When they arrive, the beams are still warm. Each beam is numbered and lowered into the correct hole that's been drilled down to bedrock. Tons of concrete have been poured into the holes, and as the concrete hardens, The beams are locked into the bedrock. Be careful with the metal holes and concrete everywhere. Accidents can easily happen. Get up, going to work. The tower rises at an incredibly speed, fun to have stories every week. It's planned so carefully that it's like putting together a jigsaw puzzle. With every beam fitting into its proper place, the higher it raises, the higher you have to go to work. Workers on their skyscrapers get exhausted from climbing steps and ladders. But it's different on the Empire State. Let me say from the old Waldorf Astoria Hotel. And you travel to your floor quickly and easily. But be sure you don't fall down an open elevator shaft. It's a long way to the bottom.